Sunshine shining, Florida's the place, gardens growing. We've got that grace, you should join us, making life better. Live with South Florida. My diva in the dirt, our time. Can you see the blossoms? 'Cause here they bloom. Dance with your neighbor, dance for your friends, live for the moments, joy the ocean breeze, hearts and sing. Community strong, dreams we link, let's grow together, making it brighter. Unity in our stride, passions right, in the gardens of life where we plant our pride. Live with South Florida, sunshine diva in the dirt, our time. Can you see the blossoms? 'Cause here they bloom. Dance with the neighbor, dance for your friends. And then Florida's the place, gardens growing. We've got that grace, you should join us, making life better. Live with South Florida, sunshine diva in the dirt, our time. Can you see the blossoms? 'Cause here they bloom. Dance with your neighbor, dance for your friends, live for the moments, joy the ocean breeze, hearts and sing. Community strong, dreams we link, let's grow together, making it brighter. Unity in our stride, passions right, in the gardens of life where we plant our pride. Live with South Florida, sunshine diva in the dirt, our time. Can you see the blossoms? 'Cause here they bloom.
I should add myself to the stage. That might help. Welcome in, everybody. It's so good to see you. It's so good. Oh, yeah. Hello, Tofu. You came in too. And Storms, Radios, and Cats. Passamaquoddy made it in first night. Mike's Chaotic Garden. Hey, Mike's. What's up? Bowtie Life in the Garden came, I don't know how you would say that, in on his horse, on his steed, right with the #1 crown as he walked into the chat. Those crowds are so silly. Like, because Passamaquoddy came in first, and prior to that, tonight, Homestead Aquarius came in. Oh, please welcome to the stage, Robin from Robin Gardens. Hey,
Hello.
good to see you. I wanted to thank my new members tonight, and like I was saying, Homestead Aquarius came in earlier, and it just bumped his stuff out. He was my first member. Shawnee Grows, Diva in the Dirt. And then we had Miss Sharon. Thank you so much, guys. You know me, I felt weird about the memberships, but then YouTube sent me a letter and basically cut me a deal and said, if you do memberships, we'll give you a little extra something. And I said I could use the extra something because my insurance is going up. So yeah, that's how we are where we are right now. But I appreciate all of you, my subscribers and my new members. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Robin, how was your day so far today? I like your scarf. So pretty.
Oh, thanks. My day's been fine. It was a little cooler today.
Okay.
So got
Oh,
more done outside. Kind of doing all those jobs that you put off because you're really only doing the bare necessities.
right.
So a lot of deadheading, a lot of seed collecting.
Oh, okay. Totally understand. I actually do the bare necessities. You do way more than necessities. Total bare necessities. I wanted to say also hi to Dave Knight. Hi, Dave Knight, for squeezing in here. Welcome in. And Homestead Aquarius, you came back in. I don't know if you noticed that was gone. Thank you, Shawnee, for letting me know I sound okay. Gosh, the side chat is flying. Okay, I think I got to the end. I needed to get over to the banners for tonight. I really also need the memberships because just like Shawnee, like I do have this laptop, but I need something with a larger screen so I can either split it or I need to add like a monitor for these lives so I can be looking at notes and looking at, side chat and everything. Let me see where we are. We did the welcome and disclaimer. We did welcome. These are things that I have researched. Of course, I am putting out a disclaimer that they do not cover everything. Do your own research about the subjects that I speak of on my channel. I will not be held accountable if anything is wrong because I found it on the internet or I've experienced it myself and it is my own personal experience. So please, yes, check with your doctor too if I ever give anything that sounds like medical advice. Um, yes, I think we covered all the bases. Let's see. Tonight we are going to, as it says in the title and on, and we have the perfect person up here for this. We're going to talk about adaptive gardening, and it can be for when, we're aging, or it can be for, we have special needs people in the household, or we have injured people in our household. Autoimmunity is a thing now, and chronic pain from the autoimmunity. Uh, and I guess my question was, why adaptive gardening is important to think about even for 30 something was my first question. Like, why do you guys think that might be even as young as 30 for us to be thinking about how we're laying out our gardens? Um, if we're going to stay in that particular space, but also just how we might be laying out our gardens. Oh, I forgot to hold on. Let me give you guys a definition. Adaptive gardening refers to modifying gardening techniques, gardening design, and using special tools to accommodate physical limitations, injuries, or age-related conditions. And also, I would put in there mental conditions like my son who has autism, making gardening accessible and enjoyable for everyone. And also, the elderly who have dementia. Oh, everybody's still greeting each other. So for me, I would have said, I wish in my 30s I started to think about it because I would have had to not go back and redo things, I guess, to make them to where I could like reach them better now that I am struggling with chronic pain and I am struggling with the getting up and getting down like off the ground. And I know over on your channel, I've seen gorgeous beds. And when did you guys just put those in when you retired? Or
No, I put the stone beds in when I was in my 50s.
okay, my
Um,
age.
I started in the front and had low beds, stone with an edge that I could sit on to garden. And then in the back, that's I'm going to say 8 or 9 years now. It
Okay.
it's been there. The original was a cinder block bed, and that was
Okay.
replaced this year
Like
by
okay.
those
Like,
birdies beds that are 29
mhm.
inch high. But all of that was so that I could age with my garden gracefully
Right.
and
Right.
still do it because it's my hobby, it's my passion.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. And you don't want to have to give that up if it's something too that you find healing. Oh, my food forest journey came in. Welcome in. I slid in there so quick. This is for when I'm old and feeble. Bow tie. don't want to think about myself being old and feeble, but okay.
I think the first
Um,
thing that I got that, kind of was, leaning towards, growing older were two
right.
wooden stand up beds that
Yes.
were, you know, oh, I don't know, about 10 inches deep cedar beds. And
Yes,
that's when I'm like, oh, I like this. No bending.
I actually have that. Let me see if I can share the picture. I pulled that picture up. Gonna be all over about this subject tonight. So just give me a moment, guys. But yeah, the elevated I got my first one and I thought, oh, this is fantastic. It's so easy to garden in. And it's something like that. This one I like, but it's a little pricey because it is solid cedar. But down here, that would be great, and I know in other areas too. Here, let me take Mike's down. Mike, I agree with you. I'll get to the hydroponics in a second. But yeah, I loved when I had ours, but because ours wasn't a cedar bed, it broke down way too quickly, and it can attract bugs, especially wood mining bugs like termites, eating bugs. So I would love a cedar one, but these are too can be built too at nursing homes for or at homes where people are in a wheelchair and you can accommodate them to be able to roll under is what I like about them too. Let me just remove
That's
that.
a lot like what mine were. Mine were built by someone locally, and I bought them at our farmer's market.
Right, right. And Mike is saying about the hydroponics. Mike, I actually have a nice picture for you too. Let me see. Outside waitress. Oh, you have those? Yours are waist high too? Yeah, mine are like underneath my armpit, so I had to split them. Oh, I didn't see the 10 membership gift. What is going on with my thing? Yeah, I'm gonna have to go over on the YouTube side. Thank you so much. I don't even see it on the YouTube side, Shawnee. That's so weird. Thank you so much. Who did that? Who was the giver of that? I'm not seeing it. Was that Miss Sharon's usually the gift giver?
Hello,
Who?
hello, tofu.
Yeah, hello, Tofu's wonderful.
Sent 10 gift
Oh,
messages.
she's the one who sent it. Oh,
Mhm.
thank you, hello, Tofu, you sweetheart. I appreciate that so much. So sorry, I don't know why it's not showing at the top like the other ones. Like they come over and they're pretty much dominant in the side chat,
Mhm.
and they're not for me. There it is. I found it on the YouTube side. Thank you, Shawnee, for pointing that out. Sorry about that. Hello, Tofu. That was wonderful. Thank you so much.
Mhm.
It's a lot to like man over here. I've got banners and everything for us tonight, and I'm so excited that you guys would be so kind to me and do that. I also didn't expect that. So thank you so much. Really appreciate it. You can see, well, you're on the YouTube side, my food forest journey. I'm on a different side. I'm on the StreamYard side. And StreamYard didn't show it blown up for me, or I missed it because I have about that's my box on mine. It's about this big to see everybody with everything going that I have to pull up and everything. Let's see. And then we went through the definition about what it is. And let me see if I can. Oh, let me show the hydroponic situation. Let me get rid of this. The hydroponics I had pulled up. I have links that I'm going to put down below this video once it's done. Different websites. Okay, here's one. This one is actually on a site called Elder Grow, and Elder Grow tries to keep the elderly involved in gardening, and it's like a club, I think, nationwide that they do. They even do membership options. I didn't get to really read completely about the program. I will leave that up to you, and I'll probably read it after. But it had a really nice setup Gosh, you guys got me all discombobulated with these. Just, I'm just so flattered and just touched. Okay, so these are pretty nice. I kind of like those. Those are kind of nice. I've seen others. Mike's got some great setups over on his channel. If you check out Mike's channel, hold on. But this is a nice setup, and this website is called Elder Grow. I like that one. I'd like one where I think Mike might have one where you can modify the pots yourself, where you can just set it up on a shelf and have your lights, and you can have all different size pots underneath it. I know you have to adjust it to the plant itself. I guess the one kind of to the left is like that. No, it looks like it's about the same size start, because a lot of them, it seems like they're starts, not over on Mike's channel. He has full-size plants. If you've ever been over to his channel, Mike's Chaotic Garden has full-size plants. Hey, welcome in, How to Garden. Oh, thank you, Miss Sharon, for sending those memberships. And thank you, Robin. Maybe I'll let you do that while I'm grabbing stuff. That would be great.
Okay.
Because I can't do the pop out on mine with all the stuff I have to access on the side in the media assets and the the banners. Now, this was a question as far as would you rather have a raised bed or more container gardens, or do you desire more vertical gardening spaces like stackables, such as those from like the dollar store or a green stock, as you're looking forward to, when we're talking about planning for the future or for somebody that we care about? Anybody in the side chat, or Robin, you can go ahead and answer that too, what you're thinking of.
So I have both. I have two DIY dollar store stackable planters, and on my channel I have, it's actually my most popular
You
video.
did what I was gonna do, and I never got to it. I was like so mad at myself. But I did buy like the whole drill for my drill rather than doing, just a hole with the drill bit, which went missing. Cracked the whole thing from the Dollar Tree. So definitely, how did you drill your holes? Did you just use a larger bit to do it?
No, I used a whole
A whole,
drilling
the
bit.
whole, yeah.
But you have to turn the RPMs on your drill way down, so very slow,
Oh, okay.
so that you
That's the
don't crack it.
okay.
And I did crack a couple of them, and I just used duct tape, my favorite thing in the garden.
Right.
And they're holding just fine.
Right.
But they have small pockets compared to the green stock.
Yes, I've
So
noticed that. The green
it's
stock looks deeper.
probably better for flowers and herbs.
Okay.
Now the green stock, which is my first year this year,
Mhm.
it's awesome. One thing I have to say about it is it has run through its nutrients way faster than I ever imagined.
Oh,
So
wow. Okay.
I need to make sure that I am doing my little and often a little more often. So that's what I've learned in my first year. But
Feeding them more often. Okay.
but it's fabulous. It just, especially those little white alpine strawberries we put in there. It is so easy to pick them. The squirrels haven't got to them, and yum. And then
Oh,
on the top, I rigged up one of my hoop
thanks, Shawnee.
supports and
Uh-huh.
put them in, and I had three small cucumber plants running
Oh,
around that at the
very
top.
cool.
It did. It worked out perfectly.
And oh, Mike, you have raised beds with a huge water tank underneath the soil. Wow, that's really a cool idea. I'm gonna have to come over. You have a video on that one too, Mike? It's like having your own cistern for your raised bed. I think that's really, I've seen them do that with the Dollar Tree, and that was one of the other ideas. I was caught between just staking it into the ground because we have winds too here, or doing the hydroponic, but that was the problem with the hydroponic is not just the pump, like paying for that pump to make sure it goes all the way up all the levels. It was, is it going to be stable enough? How do I stabilize it?
So we drilled the holes and then we ran an electrical conduit
Mm-hmm.
into the ground, and then we went to the, I measured how deep it was in the center of that Dollar Tree one between the
Mm-hmm.
3 pots. And we went to Menards and just kept looking for things. And in the plumbing department, we found a plumbing piece that
Mm-hmm.
it would fit perfectly on to keep it a little bit up off of the earth. I
Oh,
mean, you
okay.
could have your bottom one right on the earth, but I wanted it
Right.
up just a little bit, mostly
Yeah.
for like the weed whacker or anything. I didn't think
Mm-hmm.
that the dollar store pots would live through that. And
Right.
it's just like it was perfect. And they only cost $20 each.
Mm. That's,
For
yeah,
40 bucks, I have 2 towers.
that's not bad compared to the pricing of the other one that we were talking about,
Mhm.
which is a little bit
But,
more.
I think that when you get them on sale, the green stock is probably a really awesome
Yeah.
investment, and they have so many extra accessories.
Right.
I bought the hoops that come out to support, like,
Mm-hmm.
tomatoes, and that's the only thing I've bought so far, but
The
I've seen a
supports.
lot. Yeah, I've seen a lot of other ads in the accessories that I'm wanting. Like, I want the lid to go on the top
Mm-hmm.
of the water.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah, to keep things out of the watering tank that's
Exactly.
above.
Mhm.
Mike mentioned this, like the self-watering containers to cut down on your watering effort. And also if you have in-ground, I did see, who was it who said that? And yes, it has been very dry down here. Um,
That was what when I watched the YouTube videos about people who did the DIY dollar store tower,
mhm,
was that they dried out so fast because those pockets are tiny.
right.
So
And that's why I wanted to do the hydroponic, but then the tipping is like,
I only punched out 1 hole in the
right.
bottom of each of those 3, um, pots that come on each tier,
Hmm.
so that there would be more water that stayed in that little, container, and I've never had a
Yeah.
problem with it being overwatered, and it
Hmm.
stays moist,
Okay.
knock on
Uh,
wood.
yeah. Yeah, my food forest journey, this year I've been having an issue with that. Last year we were dry, but we weren't this dry down south. So one of the things too they talk about is, as you're aging, looking into a sprinkler system or a watering system to where you're not going to have to be self-watering all the time, even for pots. Oh, I'm trying to think of it's it's the smaller one with the little heads on it. I just heard somebody come up. Hold on. Oh, it's Steva. Please welcome to the stage, Miss Steva in the dirt.
Hey.
Sorry, that
Let
wait.
no,
It was
you're fine.
run in to have the shower, and then it's like, and then go do some chickens, set a mouse trap, and blah blah blah. And then pretty soon, oh, I should put some water on. Pretty soon, I'm harvesting something, and oh, I need to go to the grocery store. It wasn't that.
Shannon, I didn't give a proper hello. Hi, welcome in. Another Floridian in the chat. And Glenn, yeah, I don't think I can make that. You're the one, and Mike are the one doing more hydroponics to show me how to balance that hydroponic system, especially in our weather down here. And Mike's gets some wind because I know Shawnee gets some serious windy storms up there. Let's see. I have 3. Oh, wait a minute. I have 8. I read that wrong. Oh, hi, Food Forest Permaculture. Hi, Howie. I have 8
Eve
green
brings
stalks. Wow, my favorite crop is peppers or flowers. That's what was my next question, actually. Thank you for leading into that is, what's the easiest plant you've ever grown to maybe grow into those vertical gardens that we were just talking about? If you're going to go vertical, as one of your ways to solve, the issues of getting older, what's one of the easier plants you think people can grow in those?
Well, I would like to know if anybody's done beans. I did cucumbers, strawberries, herbs, and tomatoes and flowers.
Oh,
You
good
know, the
night, bow
tumbler
tie.
tomatoes, the small ones. And everything worked. The only, like I said, my biggest thing that I found as a negative, and it's not really that big a negative, I just need to know what I need to do, is I need to feed more often because it runs
Yeah.
through.
Yeah. Well, that's all our soil down here. So I have to get we were talking about that with Diva, like getting that fertilizing schedule down is sometimes it changes year to year. You might get more rain and it washes it out, and at least it's a little bit more controlled. Oh, hey, Craig, good to see you. But down here it just goes right through if we're having rains. So yeah, finding that. Let's see. Well, I was supposed to, whoops. Diva, what about you? What do you think is your easiest plant that might fit into like a vertical structure well?
In a vertical structure,
Hmm. I know you
um,
grow huge squash. That's
I
probably
would probably say, like, I would say beans, cucumbers, and spaghetti squash.
okay. Okay, to grow vertically.
Okay.
Well, I'm growing all my I'm growing my spaghetti squash vertically this year.
Yay!
Awesome.
Well, I was supposed to plant bush beans in a tower, but now that I think about it, I clearly forgot. Sounds like my brain on gardening. That's the other thing, bringing up the forgetting, is clearly labeling things as we get up there in age, or
I
even
don't want to
just
talk about it.
or just for those who we are teaching that maybe, like our children, so they can recognize, oh, that plant is this and that plant is that. And gardeners are forever telling themselves, like, I won't forget. I'll put it in later. I don't it and it's so weird that it spans across the gardening community, that thought.
100%. Well,
Hmm.
it's like I'm actually one of my sweetie cherries. It was split, so I went. You know what? I'm going to try the kind of ferment method where you put it in water and you rinse it through. And it's like, you know what? Go get a paper towel and put the glass on it and write sweetie cherries. It's like, I don't need to do that. I know that the sweetie cherries are in there. But then
Right.
today I'm chopping a variety of like 4 other tomatoes. And I thought, oh, I should gather up some of these tomato seeds. And it's like, but then you'll get it all mixed up with the sweetie cherries. You won't know which ones are which. So no, you're not. You're not
Mm,
allowed because you actually didn't label that one. You just have a glass. But it's like as soon as I bring in other seeds, it'll be like,
right. Yeah. Now I was thinking like small tomatoes. I'd probably like the tiny toms. Our Everglades, even though they're tiny, they're huge and bushy. They get really very big, so I definitely want to do those in a tower. Okay, here is Mike's cucumber, acorn, squash, and beans. Okay.
Mhm. So you have done beans then, hey, Mike? I really want to do that because it just seems like it would be so easy to just pick them, at
yeah,
eye level, and
yes,
they're
Right.
well up from the bunnies.
Thank
yes.
you, Mike. Mike, that is actually in the outline that I have is, yes, make sure too for watering that you are heavily mulching. So it cuts down on the weeding, but it also cuts down on your watering. It's helping keep the moisture in your soil if you're doing, even in your beds. Like we've seen people use the straw, like Diva's using it to grow in, which is amazing. If you haven't been over to her channel and seen her quick little potato sort, but also she does a lot of the root stout method, and that calls for the straw. I actually was asking about hay today, and I wanted to use it for another gardener was telling me down here with our soil, if you actually mix it into the soil for your ginger and your turmeric, they seem to love that. But I couldn't get any guarantees that it was organic, so I was not bringing it into my backyard. Not with the amino purulets. That's what they spray on those, and they last. Let's see. The easiest plant seems I have a knack for flowers, but I'm a guy. Oh yeah, and you would have to do maybe tea or edible flowers, or if you just enjoyed flowers, that's fine too. Oh, please welcome to the stage, Shawnee Rose,
Hi.
in her
Woo!
and in her
I
merch too.
I was like, oh, I should dress up. I'm like, nope, I'm wearing my uniform.
I need to get a
I
uniform.
love your uniform.
I don't have a South Florida sunshine and tropical shirt, so I can't.
I
I would put
know, and
I
I
would
thought
put mine on
yes.
if I had one, and I don't think I
It's
should buy one because I think my
no,
friend is going to
no, it's
send
in
me
my
one.
envelope that's supposed to be at the post office this week.
It's okay.
I even got in front of my
I'm
computer
wearing
and
it in my heart. I'm wearing
but
it in my heart.
I even thought about like what Shawnee said this week. She's like, "Well, why didn't you just order it and address it to her?" And I was like, "Cause no, my brain didn't work that way. Cause that's just
No.
how my brain is." But yeah, I was gonna do that actually this week because I was getting so frustrated with myself in the package. And then it comes for, and all of a sudden this is in front of me, and I'm like, "It's Friday. It's too late to do that. She will not get it now."
Mhm. And it's probably now going to cost you $5,000 to send it.
I know, right? Or 7,000 Canadian for sure, because everything is 7,000 Canadian. Spinach is the easiest thing ever grown. Who was that? Wait, which variety? Yeah, spinach is harder for us, at least down here. I have actually the tropical varieties. I have Okinawa. Now I have Okinawa. I have, well, these are just greens too. I have Katuk. I have Okinawa spinach, longevity spinach. Those two I just actually picked up today, the Okinawan and the longevity. I have Katuk that is sprouting, chaya, moringa. These are all greens, but of course you're not going to grow necessarily a moringa. Oh, what? You guys are amazing. Shut the front door.
I know, I'm
Thank
over
you
here
so
like, I can't hear
much.
anything you're saying because of this.
Oh, you know me. I'm talking and staring. Like my eyes are going all over as I'm thinking. Oh my gosh! Thank you. I'm so crazy. Thank you, everybody, who's being so generous. Gosh, you guys are gonna get me all like moist in the eyes. Ooh. Yeah, work smarter and not harder. I like that saying exactly, Shawnee. So, one of the things too I found. Oh, Shawnee, you go. If you've pulled something up, you go ahead because you've always got good stuff to say.
No, I don't have anything prepared because
Okay.
I'm 30 something and I just took on a lot of land and it's all in the ground. So I don't really know what
Okay.
I'm doing as far as how do I grow with this other
Right.
than food forest it. So
Yes. Yeah, for a large
Mhm.
space like that. One of the things I too want to talk about is the timing, like as we age or when we're injured, the timing is like learning how to schedule our garden chores by dividing them up, working in small bite-sized jobs. You don't have to prune your perennials, weed your North 40 and prune all your roses in one day. Do a little bit every day. If it's too much, call for help. The Diva, is that your background or whose background is that?
Oh, do you hear talking?
Yeah.
It's my daughter and her
Okay.
friend. They're making carrot ginger sauerkraut and also plain
Oh,
sauerkraut. So yeah, I
please
think
check that out on Diva's channel. Okay. I just didn't know where it was coming from.
yeah,
But I thought
I
it
was
was, I thought I heard Marissa. So I was like, is that Marissa I'm hearing?
yeah, I was hoping that it wouldn't be picking up, but I guess they're a little bit
It's okay.
enjoying
It's fine.
themselves. So
We'll work with it and they can enjoy themselves.
So,
Okay. The other thing is work early in the morning and late afternoon. And that's what we do in Florida anyway, because you'll get baked here. And just basically, it says the hours between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. don't necessarily be out there, at least in the hot sun as your age, but that's for anyone in my climate. Like right now, you don't want to be out doing gardening between 10 and 4 if you don't have to, because the UV exposure is really wicked down here. And then it just basically says take breaks every hour or two, go in your house and sit down if you need to, ice your back for 15 minutes. This is basically for the elder for getting through with the heat, because as you get older, you cannot regulate temperature as well either. So that becomes another challenge with gardening, is just regulating that. And then just talking about too the different types of equipment. Has anybody bought like anything that has helped them out in the garden to maybe last longer while they're out there? Oh, everyone thinks I lost my mind. There is no help.
So back with the 30 something thing, it made me think when I was in my 30, I had a bad neck injury. It was a repetitive motion injury from all the hours at the computer. I was all swollen. These two fingers were numb. I was a mess.
Yeah.
For a while, I was in physical therapy for about
Mm.
6 months and off work for about 4. And I couldn't do a thing in the garden except
Wow.
water. The hose was light enough that I could pick it up and water, and I was grateful because it was something that I could still do. Anything that got planted, Al had to plant for me
Right.
that
Mhm.
year. So it can strike when you're young too.
Mhm.
Yes, it can. That's well, I was going through a lot in my 40s, and that's when fibro hit me. And yeah, I was bed bound with some of the pain until I got to a rheumatologist, and did all the testing, and it's basically the testing come back and it's like, nope, you don't have that. Nope, you don't have that. Okay, well, all of it's fitting more towards, fibromyalgia. Yes, thank you very much. We appreciate every one of you, all the new members. I am still shocked that membership. I am so sorry I didn't greet you if you're coming in and finding out that you have a membership. It was gifted to you, and we thank those people who gifted memberships. It was Homestead Aquarius, it was Hello Tofu, and was it Miss Sharon too, or somebody else did?
Miss
Yes,
Sharon.
Miss Sharon. Unbelievable. You guys are
Wow.
just amazing.
Wow.
Just in shock. Dinner plate hibiscus. Yes, those were gorgeous. Yeah, I was just overlooking at some shorts on some channels like Bowtie Life and Robin's Garden, because that again, it Friday hits and I'm like, it's Friday already, but I didn't get to go over and visit friends on their channels. Okay, where do I plant my dinner plate hibiscus? What is their favorite sun situation? I have not grown that one. I think that's more your zone type of hibiscus. I don't think it's does anybody know who's grown it before? Okay,
Yeah.
Robin does.
Um, I had it in my front, which is south facing and gets blazing hot sun because it's a concrete walkway, a concrete driveway. So it really is like a heat sink there. And, it came back nicely for about 5 years, and then it just one winter didn't make it back through again.
Didn't make it. Yeah,
But
I've heard it's
literally the blooms are like that big.
Wow.
They are
Wow.
gorgeous.
I have 2 examples of, in my area, a dinner plate hibiscus. One is a public garden where they were on the southwest side, so hot sun all afternoon, and they also didn't come back this year because we didn't have any snow. Now, there's somebody in town down the road from me. Her dinner plate hibiscus are open right now, and hers is on the east side, and I don't even, maybe some sun south exposure, and then the shaded all west, no sun. And I don't know when she planted them. I feel like they're new because they're huge right now. Or maybe she covered them and I didn't notice because they've been really working on that yard. So 2 completely different examples, and they have it growing.
right. I've always heard of it more like north from me. I haven't seen those huge hibiscus down south, and if they are, I think it's kind of like an annual. They get hit
The other thing
Uh,
is a lot of people make a mistake and think that it died because it's like the last thing that comes back to life.
Oh, okay.
So you just have
Okay.
to mark it where it is and then wait it out and make sure.
That is such a good point, Robin, because when I talked to the gardener in that public park, she was just transplanting them like July 15th in
Okay.
the season.
Mhm.
So absolutely, just wait.
That's a good point that you made in the side chat. Yeah, the ergonomic tools, and that was actually one of my banners too, was what is your favorite tool, or what tool like do you think would be a good tool to hang on to for when you are, gardening in a situation like it could be you're older, or just like Robin said, like you get hit with something and you're just not as mobile um, as you usually are. What are some things you can set aside to help you, you know, complete maybe your garden, or at least get out there and do something? Yes, aprons with pockets. I have, hold on. I want one of these. I will put it up in a second. Go ahead, Robin. Sorry. I'm
Syrup
gonna
hoe. That a hula hoe. I
Mhm.
would I mean it's good for us now. It's my favorite tool, but if you are less mobile, it will
Mhm.
help you reach in and get the bulk of the weeds out easily.
Right.
Stirrup
Th-
hoe.
This is Mike's. This is what I was looking at right here. This is not, of course, a tool, but you can store your hand tools in it.
Oh, this is the most
The
important tool
kneeler.
in the Miller garden. We have 2 of them.
Do you? The
Yep.
kneelers? Yeah, they
Mine
look,
doesn't
I
have
need
mine doesn't have the fancy tool holders. It's just the
just the
you know,
kneeler.
just the kneeler, but
This
ooh,
is a great price because
that
I
is a
saw it.
really good price.
I saw it on other places, and it was like that was just for the pocket thing that goes over it was like $30. And so this including everything, and
So
it still has like a 4.6 rating. That might be the one I'm getting.
so it
Um, Go ahead.
we use them all day long, every day, and I do not do a job without going and getting it, and neither does Al.
Okay.
Um, because if you're gonna kneel down to do something, you've gotta be able to get back up. There's been times when I've had to crawl to something to push myself back up on.
Yeah. Hi,
I'm
High Country. I missed you
65.
too.
The joints don't
Yeah.
work like they used to.
No, they don't. Oh, that's really pretty. I like that.
Ooh.
That's Duluth. It'll last
Yeah,
forever.
this is my go-to to start. So I got this year, but as far as I'm concerned, it's like, why won't you let me see it big? So I love this apron because it also
Here, wait.
flips up here
Oh, let me do the full
like
screen. Can you still there? Well, that's really
yeah. Well,
nice.
I should be able to. And then even this is where I put I put stuff in the back here, my
Oh, that's
gloves or
cool.
pruners. So you
Okay.
have, and so it's like you can wear it, in the full length like this.
Right. And they come in
And
regular and
then
plus sizing, which is nice because instead
yes,
of the OS,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah, one size fits everybody. It's like,
No,
well, we
it
have a small one,
doesn't.
and then
Yeah,
and
every
so
Asian person
I
maybe who.
I have a gray one. So this would be
Mhm.
my first to go, item is that because it's like you can, oops, we'll put us
Oops,
back up
hold on. I
here.
know I don't know how to restore
Yeah.
us. Thank you for
Yeah.
restoring us.
Yeah. The third box over. So that's my first thing is I want an apron because then I can just stuff it. And it's got extra pockets all over the place. So that's the first thing.
Yeah.
I'm also a stirrup hoe person. And then I love my secateurs. That's another thing. It's like as soon as I start my day, a secateurs in the back pocket, a pair of gloves, tomato clips. It's like I've got everything. And then also that apron is great for harvesting in. So if you're picking, something,
Right.
you just plunk it
Yeah.
down. When I'm picking pears, like when I'm picking things that are not super soft. So
This is a
that,
great tip too, right here, what Janet said. I put 4 plastic chairs along my back fence. I put the pots in them and no bending over. There's the Robbie and Gary, they're growers out in California, and they do that. She puts up actually boxes and uses them as her planters and puts them on plastic chairs and gets creative and colorful, but no bending. She basically has them at a great level for her to do all kinds of planting in. And she recycles, she upcycles, gets them different places and such. But yeah, I love that it has all those pockets, Steve. I think it's great. Let me see. Easiest plant is strangely grapes. Wow. Yeah, I got 4 off mine. Not 4 bunches. I got 4 because it's been ripped off the archway, which I didn't realize my husband was doing that. He was moving it to mow and pulling it away from the archway. So he was shocking my grapevine every single time he was. Yeah. So once the yard is done, that will not happen anymore. But they're gorgeous bronze. They're actually scoopernongs. Is that how you say it, or scoopernongs? They're like a muscadine, but they're not, because they're the golden version. So they call them the scoopernong. Thank you, High Country, for coming in. Sorry I missed you. Oh, hey, Paper Airplane Kentucky. Thank you for making it in tonight. I appreciate the extra thumbs up. Thermoregulator effects. Oh,
Ooh.
potential capsaicin, analog pain. Are you saying capsaicin helps with the? Is this just a book? But I need more words here. Did I miss something? Is this? Okay, I think it's an article we should check out about pain. Okay. I got burned by capsaicin cream before bow tie, so I'm very careful with anything that's got capsaicin, even though it's wonderful for people. It has contraindications like everything else. Hey, Mobius, welcome in. I'm sorry I missed you. Doing like 30 ground cherries a day. Wow. Hey, Serena. Hey, cousin. That's awesome. I have not grown them yet. I can't do the jokes tonight, honey. I've got too much going on. I'm sorry. I totally missed it. Let's see. I'll put one, up on the screen, but I can't read them too with my little box over here and trying to get to everybody. Here's one of the high 70s and 80s next week. I may be able to plant my seed tape along with. Cool. Yeah, the cold weather crops for you guys. We're going into our warm weather crops finally. There you go. Mike said, plant it now. Get it out there. I'm thinking plant one east facing. Okay, this is still a hibiscus. Hold on, guys. Thank you, Homestead Aquarius, for sharing that. Need to be cold to start carrots. Oh, okay. That's good to know. Tool my hands. Hey, that works too. I like hands in the dirt. That's part of my membership video. I mentioned that in there. And I know Shawnee does too. Hey, Tuck. Oh, you have an excellent weekend too. I have to keep a walking stick in one hand. Hard to do some things with one. Yes, absolutely. I think I actually saw, I don't know if I can find it. No, it's not. It's actually for a gait. It's a gait trainer. But I'm wondering, like, if it would work something like that with larger wheels, like a walker style mobility with larger wheels, like how they put like bicycle wheels on things, so it wouldn't be encumbered in a garden. But we would need something too to stabilize it, because that's hard, Miss Sharon, to be just working with one hand. I had it misters. That's what I was trying to, the misters. Okay, they've been fantastic for the nursery. I've been oh no, you've been sick for weeks. I'm sorry to hear that. I was wondering, I kind of didn't see you doing your usual reels and stuff. Yeah, there's something going around up there because DTG got it too, David the Good, him and his family. I'm sorry to hear you were sick, but I'm glad the mister saved your plants. He's doing backyard nursery over at How to Garden. I get Floridian too. Some of you don't know him. Standing up when I have been on my knees waiting for oh, it is. It's the hardest thing. Now, does that what we were just talking about before that you can't be without Robin, the kneeler, help with that you
Oh,
guys find?
the dealer is, I mean, and we've had them for probably 20 years.
Mhm.
But now, I mean, literally, I don't do a job without it.
Right,
I
right.
just don't. And it's kind of beautiful because you can flip it over and it's a seat too, which works
Yeah.
really good for other jobs, like picking cherries off my short cherry tree. It's nice
Mhm.
to sit there and do that. So I think that's worth every penny. I'm trying to share a picture of this hand tool that I have,
Okay.
and it's not letting me.
Oh, okay,
I'm not
here, let me see. Let me get rid of mine and see if it's not letting you
share it.
share it. I don't know what would block it, why it wouldn't be. You went down to the share screen,
Mhm. Share
okay,
screen.
and it opened it up, and it's not letting you click on it?
Choose what to share with StreamYard. So Chrome tab, pick the one, and then it's not letting me have a share
Hmm.
option like when we practiced.
Oh, weird. I might have to work on that behind the scenes because 'cause I'm not really sure why it would be blocking you.
Is
I
it a
don't,
Like
tab
permission.
for the internet or is it a personal photo that's on your laptop?
it's an internet site. Do you want me?
Put the link in the private chat to the URL of what you're trying to share, and another person will put it on panel.
There
Okay,
we
cool.
go.
You're great.
Perfect. Yep, we need that little young brain on up here. Love my tractor seat on wheels. Oh, I've seen those. Yeah. Not sure what it's really called. I've seen those. Those are great too. And they have like a little pocket down underneath too, that you can hold some tools or some other things. I do too. I like sitting versus kneeling. One thing I saw Shawnee using, which was smart, was when she was having to be on the ground and do a lot of planting, was you could go and get when the patio cushions go on sale at the end of season, that's something that you can pick up and use too. If you really have to get low to the ground, just give yourself a little bit of cushioning um, between yourself and the ground, or even, on that
But,
uh,
but I
kneeler.
but I've got one here. Hang on.
Okay. I have my raised beds on bare woven weed fabric. So oh yeah, that's
I'm gonna
another thing.
invest
Yeah.
in one, buy a good one. I'm in physical therapy right now, so I've I bought this one. See how thick it
Oh
is?
yeah, the foam.
But
Mm-hmm.
this is a garden kneeler,
Right.
but I'm using it for physical therapy right now. And this one came
Mm-hmm.
from Menards. It's called Yard Works. Oh, here we
Yes,
go.
that's a
Thank you.
great tool. I think I have the similar tool, so thank you.
It's also called the Pinocchio tool. Uh,
Okay.
and boy, is that good. You know, if you need to get down next to a root vegetable carefully,
Right.
that thin little blade, a couple inches out, really, it's the bomb. It also has a
Mm-hmm.
serrated edge. So
Mm-hmm.
if you needed to go down and cut a small root or something,
Yep, I like that.
you
The
could do that.
Pinocchio. I forgot to even bring up, but Epic Gardening has like $30 off the green stalks we were talking about right now. And I'm now looking at them. I wasn't. I was behaving. Does it say scent? Green? Ha ha ha. What am I missing?
Yeah, be on the lookout for when Epic has their big sale in the late fall because
Oh, is that
On
when
that,
they throw it? Go
that's when
ahead.
I got my 7 birdies beds,
Oh, okay.
and they threw in 2 tray bottoms and then 2 different size starter cell packs
Mm-hmm.
to fill up both of them. So it's like
Right.
$150 worth of seed starting stuff. I think they
Wow.
sent me some free
HET.
seeds too. I mean, it was just like, wow, a
Wow, yeah.
great
When
price.
was that about? Like
It was
towards
late
winter?
fall.
Very late fall. Okay. Okay.
Um,
Heading into
but
winter.
just, I mean, it was a really deep discount.
That's
Wow.
awesome. That's awesome. Here's the bets for those who are watching this in the replay or in the side chat that we were talking about the green stock, the vertical grower. Shawnee had gotten some on sale too. I don't remember what that sale was, Shawnee, but yours I loved because it was like a specialty color through green stock and
Mhm.
not epic. It was so pretty, like a plum color. I like this color because I have a lot of the teals and blues in my yard. Even the blue I would be very happy with and very color oriented. It of course has to work too, but
Yeah.
but those are on sale right now for 119.20 instead of 149 for the 5 tier.
Yeah. It was that last tool. I couldn't see it, but it almost looked like it said scent,
Hmm.
green. The scent of it is green,
Oh,
not color. Like it was like, what? Does it say scent on it? Does it have a scent?
It says scent green.
It
that's
does, hey?
wild.
Yep.
Okay, that's hilarious.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh my gosh. I love that tool though. That's a great tool. And I don't know where it went. I had a website up with ergonomic tools, but my visuals went somewhere with all the multiple things I have open. We did hit the adaptive gloves too with grips so you don't drop the tools. I loved how Barry said like his tools, like my hands, and Janet said like, yeah, I never lose them. I saw that little quip. That was pretty good. So let's see, lightweight hoses was another one. And they do have quite a few retractable reels, like to make it easier. That is one thing I struggle with. We have a big heavy hose in the backyard, so when I go to water things, I ended up getting like the wand, which I love to extend it more. um, my watering distance to extend it more, and also I love that it you can just turn and get different streams going on it.
I have like 200 feet of hose to get all the way back out to my
Wow.
stone beds. And
Wow.
I used to have those black, heavy duty, nothing's going to make it kink
Hmm.
hoses, and they were
Right.
great. But
Right.
oh my heavens, they were heavy. I
That
just couldn't do it anymore. We had to.
Yeah, I think we have that hose as those. But I
Yeah.
have a much smaller property. I'm very small, but it's a pain.
Yeah,
It's a
I
pain.
have the kind that expands and you only get maybe 1 or 2 seasons out of it. I pay 50
Mhm.
bucks for it, but it's worth it because it expands to 300 feet. So it's like I can go, way, way, way far away and it's super lightweight. And then once you turn it off and you empty it, it shrinks down to nothing. So it makes it, but it's like it isn't something that is going I don't take mine in during the winter, and I don't know if that makes a difference. It's getting a lot of heats,
Yeah.
heat exposure through the summer, if that wears down. But it's like I don't care. Like it'll just get a little pinhole, and so I just put the pinhole on a part of the garden, that will. But it's like that was a game changer because I'm same thing as you ladies is that okay? This is a great
Mhm.
hose. It doesn't kink, but oh my gosh, you actually go, okay, you know what? Should I go out and water? It's really, really hot, really dry. But you know what? I don't want to break my back. So not
Right.
watering today. So I do that one. Oh, they're grinding.
Mm, what?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. This is all a non-kink hose is a scam, but my 60-buck hose was still worth it. I just saw that. Yep. Right? Gotta try it. Gotta try it. High Country, is that the one I was gonna type it, but my typing is not that fast. Is the dandelion weeder the one that you stand on? Because that's what I was thinking too, like using the standing types of weeders that I've seen. Is anybody found any that are pretty good that actually work for them, rather than having to get down for every single weed. I mean,
So
My
my
girlfriend gave me one and I'd never seen it anywhere else. It's really,
mhm,
really old.
mhm,
It's got like prongs like this, and you
yeah,
kick it and you
right.
get it in under the dandelion and then you smash it down with your foot and up comes the dandelion.
Hey, crazy
The
life.
best.
Okay, so yeah, just
my
step down, pull back.
younger
Okay.
my younger brother has I think it's called the grandpa weeder. It's a dandelion puller where it has the prongs
Okay.
and it has a kickstand that you kick the kickstand down for it to push up. And now I'm stronger than my brother. I'll just put that on the internet there. And he was struggling after I don't know how many weeds he had
Uh-huh.
pulled, but it was a different muscle in your
Oh,
wrist,
it's
in
a
your
hand.
arm that you're
Okay.
using, just to say your neck, all of that. It's a
Right.
different
Right.
movement.
Different thing.
Mhm.
Okay. So then what do you guys think of the torch for as we age? I've seen
Yes,
smaller
please.
ones where, yeah, I would like one too.
So I have
I,
one. I have the dragon weeder, the weeder dragon, something like that. The dragon.
yeah.
And honestly, like out in the yard, in
hmm
the grass, if you want, it's not so much. It doesn't work so well. But between the stones in the patio or in the driveway,
Right.
the bomb. It's also good
Right.
to melt ice in the winter.
Oh, okay. Oh, the torch? Good
Mhm.
to know. Yes, we must have. I need one for actually exactly that, Robin, with pavers. I don't have a visual. Hold on. I'll get one. Talk amongst yourselves.
It's like the garden
So
dragon.
there's different types of torches. I'm sure Carol's going to
Right.
bring up different types. There's little hand, butane, push a button, fire comes out. Then
hmm
there's the tank, the cylinder tank, and up here is where the fire comes out. And then there's like the big
Oh, shoot.
end, and it's like how many BTUs, thousands, millions, or something. And it's a
Right.
bigger tank. And then they even have ones that go on like a propane tank, and you'd have to put it on a wagon and like wheel it
Um,
around.
Mine's got propane, the little propane that are
Blue
about
or
yay big,
green?
blue,
Blue.
and it, then it goes like this and down, and then it leads to the hose. I think the hardest thing is turning it and getting the little fire starter to
Okay.
start the flame. But once it's going, it's the bomb.
Right. The burning down of the house. I definitely wouldn't want my husband using it. I'm sorry. I'm going to put that on the
Yep,
internet.
that's what I have exactly. The
Okay. Which one? I'm sorry. I'm going to go back to it so I can click on things. Just give me a second. The
it
Is
looks
it
like
the
number
red one?
3. It looks like
Number
number
3?
3, but it's
Okay.
called the dragon.
This one is from Home Depot. Let me see if I can bring it up bigger. Is that sharing it? Hold on, I've got to pop up. This one. Now,
So
do you just connect that to a smaller? Hold on, let me
propane.
see if it.
So the part
There it is.
where
That's the
you see
smaller
the
propane
little tank
tanks.
right there?
Mm-hmm. Like the camping tanks
Mhm,
for
and
like the camp stove.
so the only frustrating part for me is getting it started with the little fire starter
Right.
but
You
once
mean
it's going, lighting it.
lighting and yeah, figuring out where to put it and lighting the end. I wouldn't use it probably right now when we are so dry. So that's something too you have to think of um
Oh, good
with
point.
that if you're in drought or not. I'm seeing something, but not okay.
So
Yes.
that's how you'd hold it. Yeah. So
They also too, I saw it and I didn't see it on hold on, let me see if I can go back. They have a grip that you can get for them. That was one of the ergonomic designs was there's a gripper,
Mhm.
and I'm not seeing it now. If I find it, I'll put a link to it in the
I
comments or something.
I
Uh,
definitely wear my, hiking boots when I'm
okay,
using it. No flip-flops, no tennis shoes,
good
something.
point. Yeah,
Wear your hiking boots.
wear your protective shoes.
Mhm.
Exactly. Don't
Definitely.
need no little burnt toes. And they have, articles out there if you want to look at them. about, what's the best torches for 2025 and everything like that. I just want rid of the grass, not the beneficial weeds. So maybe that dragon will be more able to do a specific area. Yeah, absolutely. You can also, yeah, that probably would work. Probably gonna scorch a few weeds in the process, but that'll work. Love the smell of weeds burning in the morning. Too funny. Oh my gosh. Yeah, my husband's definitely gonna be a little nervous with me using anything like that. Uh, so for reducing physical strain, as we were talking about before, and we talked about mulching heavily, drip irrigation is what I couldn't think of, or soaker hoses instead of hand watering. Plant perennials, which I do a lot of because I like lazy gardening. Um, herbs, berries, fruit trees, just less yearly planting if you can do that. Smaller, more frequent gardening sessions, like I read about. And then for gardening for cognitive support, and this goes into more of the dementia, autism, and mental health people who need the same kind of help in the garden, different kind, but need added thought. It says use routine friendly layouts, simple paths, labeled plants, brightly colored markers for plant ID, sensory gardens with texture, scent, and sound. And a lot of this you can actually find over on Shawnee Grows. She's done some great lives on this. If you want to go check out her channel, she's got great lives. I think you did sensory garden, didn't you? Did one that had the sensory garden featured in it.
I was like, "What live did I do? What are we talking?"
I know
I
which.
was reading, not listening. You said sensory gardens? Yeah, so I
Yes.
just made a new playlist actually, and it's how to design, and then it goes through all the gardens we've designed together. Sensory garden is on there. It might be called a children's garden. I don't remember, but we are going to do a
Yeah.
medicinal garden soon, so make sure you are subscribed.
Then it talks about too using simple crops for them, like lettuces, herbs, cherry tomatoes, beans. Encourage success with easy, fast-growing plants to build confidence. Things like that. My situation with my son is I have to have it has to be hand over hand just about for everything, and also because he likes to pull more than plant. So I have to constantly watch him outside when we are in the garden because he will go and yank plants out. Quick tips and tricks. Use lightweight soil mixes for containers, which is big because, yes, that soil gets heavy. Also, maybe try and get your soil during the dry season when you are not having heavy rains if you have to pick up bag soil. Keep tools in multiple garden spots to avoid walking back and forth. You can install wheelchair-friendly paths if that's your situation, or if that is what you're planning to age in place, mulch, gravel, or pavers. Sit while gardening, like we talked about, and we showed some examples of that. Plant pollinator-friendly flowers alongside veggies for less pests, says for less pest resistance. I think they mean more. And then use timers for watering and your lighting if you're doing hydroponics for the lighting. And then also if you're going to be gardening in the evening. For us, we garden in the winter. So yeah, the day goes a lot faster. And then if there's anything else that you guys want to add that you think I might have missed, now would be the time. And I'm probably going to just chit chat.
So creative redundancy just spurred my memory banks. Use a dolly for heavy containers.
Yes.
So I have a hand truck, and we wheel out the municipal waste bag on that to the backyard, fill it up, and then wheel it, to the front where, we would be throwing it away. And if we're moving a heavy pot, if we're moving, patio stone, anything, that hand truck is like a really invaluable garden tool.
Right. That
The other thing that I've done too with it in the past is
Mhm.
I've put one of my old golf umbrellas, bungee corded to it, and then I've wheeled that around to make shade where I'm trying to work.
Right. I want to get one of those gorilla carts. And I still like trying to decide because I like the metal ones because I see them when we go to the plant sales, but I like the black ones that are kind of like a flat wheelbarrow, but you could still tip it up and use
The
it
dumpy
to dump.
feature. Hmm.
Yeah, the dumping feature. So I'm like caught between the two. Like, I don't know which one to get. Like, not sure.
I, I,
Do
I
you
would I would go for the dumpy feature.
the dumpy feature? Okay. And then maybe,
Because when
if I
you need it, right?
right. Okay. There. I love my Gorilla cart. My dolly. Oh no, your dolly has a flat tire. I'm sorry, Jan. That's awful. Dumping feature, hands down. Okay. So that's my first one I'll get. Maybe I'll get the metal one if more money falls out of the sky.
Janet, if you go to Harbor Freight, they have really good replacement tires. Cheap.
Oh, there you go. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've been seeing them on sale. Also, the Big W store had some on sale on their site too. 12.
So I do use a
Okay.
dumping cart. It was gifted with the garden.
Hmm.
And I have always looked at those graded
Oh,
gorilla carts, I think what you're talking about, Carol. And
mhm.
I would like one for hauling buckets of stuff, but I
Yeah.
use the dumping feature all the time. So I do see like that one first and then the second
Thank you.
one. Absolutely.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I would like, yeah, that's what I was trying to decide because of the hauling feature and my thing for fruit trees. Like I'm a major fruit tree buyer and I have a problem and I'll probably have to go to a 10-step program for it soon because I don't know if I have the yard for all the fruit trees that I have if I put them in the ground.
That's what
Oh,
pots are
welcome in,
for,
country.
Carol.
What?
That's what pots are
Yeah,
for.
I'll just put them in pots. I've got to have a place for the pots
Absolutely.
too. I wanted to share since we're almost at the end, well, pretty much at the end of the adaptive garden today. I went and picked up an avocado. This is called the Russell avocado. We grow it in Florida. It's one big avocado, long neck avocado. This is if I grow an avocado tree, it will be this one. They're delicious too. I like the flavor. It's not a Haas, buttery. It's kind of in between for me, I think, like in between a Florida avocado that you would get in the grocery store, how they're watery. It's between that and a Haas. So it's like a nice mixture of the two. And I was able to get pineapple pleasure. They don't look so pretty because this is sooty mold. Because where I went out west. It's a place called Loxahatchee here in Florida, and the sooty mold is bad out in that area. But I'm excited that I got a few more mangoes because it is the end of mango season. So I was actually kind of shocked when I saw the sign. I was like, "What? More mangoes?" Um, helps hauling soil. Wait a minute, soil, water, sand, and that big heavy harvest. Like I know Robin Garth. I know Robin and Marine with the big old harvest, and Shawnee too. Shawnee's getting up there too with her harvest.
You bet.
Fresh
I,
oranges and grapes, so it would be delightful right now.
I
Yes.
I have a 5-gallon bucket in my kitchen full of cucumbers because I can't fit any more cucumbers in my fridge.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
And I thought I was
Wow.
getting them every day. And then my son goes, Mom, look, I got cucumbers. And it's the size of my arm. And I'm like, how long has that been in there?
Right. I sent Shawnee another like a short from another creator and I never thought of this, like how we do pickles and we'll put them in like a pickle mix. Well, instead he did the opposite and he put them in a sweet mix. Like he made cinnamon, he boiled them, I think it was. Uh and then I don't know if he flavored the water, but what I was thinking would be better is like to use apple juice and soak them in the apple juice and maybe bring that to a little bit of a low simmer. Anyway, what he did was he sliced them and then throws cinnamon all over them, a little powdered sugar, and dehydrates them and turns his extra cucumbers into like a crispy cinnamon treat. I
Oh,
was like,
wow.
I would have never thought of that. I think it would work good with zucchini too.
Well,
Only 10 steps. That's right, Mobius. It's only Yeah, I might need more. They might, assign me extra credit for the fruit tree problem.
Think of bread and butter pickles, though. They're sweet.
That's true. Very true. I have a peanut
Slightly.
butter fruit tree. Does that count? It's
Mm.
not ready yet. I can't wait to try that. The Canistelle, it's called. Um, 32 ounce of relish. There you go. Oh, 8. Mike, did you candle that up? Let me see. I've got a 30. Cucumbers like to hide. Yes, I have seen some yellow cucumbers from people on YouTube, so I agree. So that's when they basically go to seed, right? When they
So
start to
that
yellow like that.
I would like to keep
I mean,
things on the plants to get to the full maturity point when that is required, and I am going to do a show about when to harvest things. And
mhm.
my kids don't understand, like I was saving that one. So I don't know, I have to flag it and mark it with a ribbon or something and go, "Okay, pickers, do not pick this one. We need it to get to the seed saving stage." It's like a whole nother level of teaching them gardening that I haven't figured out with them yet.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if I go for the kidnap part. The rest, if you've got permission, sounds great. It's so funny because you're like, I'm not a thief, but I'm reading it, and I'm like, but you're a kidnapper. I'm just teasing you, Jen. I hope you find the kids that'll help you. Fresh, homegrown tangerines are delicious. Yeah, that's hard. Kids see stuff and they just want to pick it. Like they get so excited because, I do too. I probably would pick things early in the beginning. I know I did. I know I pulled things early. The worst were the root crops. I would like pull my radishes and carrots too soon when I first grew them.
Because you're so
Like,
excited.
yes.
So Duncan said
Oh,
his favorite tool was the Hori Hori knife, and then High Country
yes.
Homestead said, "I've never used a Hori Hori knife."
Oh, you gotta have hori hori.
You need that in your life.
Yes, mine's out
It's
there
just
some
an extension
on
of
my
your
door.
hand and arm. It's a
Yes.
wonderful tool. Yeah.
Yes, with a sharp side, and it's even got a measuring thing on the side, like, and the angle of it is so nice. Yeah, it's just a wonderful thing.
We, I got one, and then both Al and I were going for it together all at the same time because we liked it so much. So I had to get two of them. So there's a testament to how great the Hori is.
Oh wow, yeah, you did. Tired of your relish? I'm sorry to hear that. Maybe you could trade. You gotta like find a group online, like canners, and you guys can trade what you have in abundance of. The cucumber seeds when the cucumber turns out. Thank you. Yeah. I'm a covert to Hori Hori knife now. Love it. Yeah, aren't they wonderful? They're just so good. I know. I don't think I'll go back to a regular little hand shovel. I have permission from my parents. Oh, okay. Okay, got it.
So Mike, next time you make relish, if you don't make it a sweet and you make it a dill, I make it a
Yum.
dill. Add 1.5 tablespoons of Coleman's mustard to it. The
Okay.
powdered Coleman's mustard.
Mm.
Thank me later. Is good.
Yeah, mine is sharp too, and I have this serrated. I don't know if both sides are serrated or if it's just one side that's serrated. I'm not sure. I can't remember. I haven't gotten to use it in a little bit, but I have a completely serrated shovel too for dealing with my bananas, which I have to deal with. They're become overcrowded. I know I am having the same problem tonight, Duncan. I make a cucumber relish. It is very popular with friends for Christmas gifts. A great way to use up cucumbers. There's some ideas for all those cucumbers.
Mm.
Oh, everybody likes their cucumber. I have never made my own cucumber relish. I have never made my own pickles. I am a sham. I am just a YouTube gardener. No, nobody else. I have pickles in there that I bought at the store. I'm the only one who eats them. Nobody else eats pickles in my family. So it's like if I make pickles, I've got to really love them to put them away and keep them on the shelf. So I've got to find a really good recipe. Yes, it's better than a hand shovel, the hoary hoary, because it is a shovel too. It's like a 3-in-1. It's great. Absolutely great. Oh, you got a factor meals ad? Hey, Tibor, welcome in. Appreciate you watching. It helps me make a little bit of extra dough. Not like the dough that Maureen messes with, though. Hers is fantastic. That would cost me more than a membership, by the way. I have memberships, and in case anybody didn't notice, only 99 cents a month. Less than a cup of coffee now in this day and age. Thank you for bringing up the hori hori. Yes, I think mine is similar to that. Mine's from Japan, which I was glad to see. I think mine might be that one. Mine came with a sheath, and I got it on Amazon. Oh, somebody in the side chat is wanting that recipe, Robin. You might have to put it into a video with
So
the mustard.
you can use pick your favorite dill brine, and then just make sure that you add about 1.5 teaspoons of the powdered Coleman's mustard to that. It is really good.
You're welcome, but it wasn't me. It was either Homestead Aquarius, Miss Sharon, or Hello Tofu who gave it to you, Crazy Life Homestead. This is my new knife right here. And it's for my future grafting. It's a grafting knife. I actually had help picking it out from the person who is buying the mango orchard, the Walter Zill's property where I go and get my mangoes. I ordered it like right there on the spot because we were talking about doing that with mangoes and the scions for mangoes, because you can do kind of like a cocktail tree with the mango if you pick scions, which are the cuttings off. They're the, how do you say it? The new cuttings, they're sprouting off a tree. You cut those and you're going to, hold on. The easiest way is to do a V notch where this is the scion, this is the tree that you're going into, and then you're wrapping around that. And this becomes the new growth from the cutting from the old tree that had already fruited going in there. Yeah. So anyway, we were just talking about that, and I was like, so what crafting knife do you use? And he's like, this one. And I was like, you don't prefer this other shape? And he's like, no, I like this shape. And he showed me his crafting knife. And I was like, okay. I'm like, well, can I find it on Amazon? He's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, here's my phone. Type it in for me. And I went, boop, and I ordered it. For some reason, I thought hori hori knife was slightly curved. It has, like, when you're looking down, it has a groove a little bit. It's just like, it has that shovel shape, but it doesn't have, how do you say it? It's pointed at the end instead of rounded or curved. Instead of curved, it's like a point. At least mine, it's got like a point. Good knife for camping. Yeah. It would be a good knife for camping too.
Robin, I can't remember. What's the paths around your beds made out of?
Pea gravel.
Do you have any concerns about that not working if you are in a walker in the future?
Does it compact down?
Yes, it would not be a good surface for like right now I have tendonitis in my foot and I'm in physical therapy for it, and it's kind of gushy, you know.
Okay,
imagine walking on a stone shore, you know, on the beach.
It gives,
it kind of gives. So no, it would not be good for a wheelchair or.
That's a great idea, Duncan, for people who might have lost their cucumber harvest this year, because I have seen some people who've gotten the wilt, the whole thing wilted, whether from a pest or the weird weather. There we go. Oh, it's got a video. You're awesome, Diva. Or was that Shawnee? I know it has to be Diva because she put it up. Yeah, I think it's not Swiss Army, but it is. Like it's got their emblem, but it's not a Swiss Army. It's a brand that does a lot of those knives for air layering and the grafting mics.
Shawnee, when you're making me think about, what surface would be really good, I would think probably, if you could afford to have cement paths put in, obviously, but our paver slabs, um, some kind of a super solid surface, um, to be level. Also safer, when you've
Right.
had bad rains or something.
So you think you'll go back in with like a larger paver, like a tile size paver to
For my,
over top?
mm,
Like,
yeah,
or you,
I would probably, add something down the road if I needed to.
yeah.
I'll keep this for right now.
Yeah. You guys just did a lot. Yeah.
The other thing that you can do, like with the pea gravel, because it's already established, is you can get the road base that also has a little bit of concrete in it, or something like that, so that as it
That's
dampens down, it starts to kind of make its own layer of it
So like
solidifies.
something like limestone fines or
Mhm.
something like that. Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
That's the brand, Mike's. Mobius got it. That's the brand. I couldn't think of it. Thank you, Mobius. That makes me feel good about my purchase. The cube's great and drinks. Yeah, like a cucumber cube. Shawnee has been doing the drinks. I think Mobius had put that in there. She's been drinking a lot of cucumber. Our girl is like, yeah, full of
Yeah, I
cucumber
like
juice.
to juice. I actually have more lemons and celery getting delivered tomorrow morning because I had juiced just the cucumber and tried to drink that, and it was nope. So it's got to have the celery and lemon and ginger and that kind of thing. Then I can drink it just fine.
Let's see if I can pull up. Diva, if you can man the chat for a second, because I'm trying to see if I can ring this up. Come on, there we go. I had to go out and get garage shelves, and he had this. It's only half painted. I wanted to paint some of it because it had some little bit of rust, but I just got a bench for one of the corners and in my garden. Once I get started, I have a big strangler fig tree, and there is a lot of shade back in that corner. And I had just read an article about seeing your garden from different angles. And it was funny because it was like showing it from the corner of where I was thinking of putting my bench. And I'm like, okay, I'll just take that as confirmation I need a bench. And then he had this there for 35 bucks. And I'm like, I can mosaic that and make it look really nice. But
Ooh, it
that's
looks like a
why.
table.
Yeah, it's
But
not though.
it littler.
It's
Well, I believe
it's
you. I'm not
well,
saying you're wrong.
no, oh no, I didn't mean it like that. It is it's short. It's for short people. So yeah, it looks like a table because it's not that tall. Because I have short, stumpy little legs. Yeah. So it was that's what I did first, Shawnee, is I sat on it. I was like, huh,
You have to test the knees,
yes.
the angle of your knees when they're bent,
Yeah.
and yeah.
Yeah. I had to touch. Do my feet touch is usually the big thing. Can I touch the ground? And I was like, oh look, my butt touches the back and my feet touch the ground. So yeah, I could see, as you could say, it looks like a table for most people. But it's not. And what I liked about it too, which crazy as it sounds, it's metal and it's not wood, because my husband has a big thing about putting any kind of wood in our yard unless it's like cedar. So I was like, 35 bucks for that. I could do that for a season or a couple seasons, and then if it rusts out, oh well. I love making rhubarb cordial or lemon and rhubarb. I've seen the lemon cordial without the rhubarb, and that looks quite tasty. I've seen people do a lemon lime one, and then they add bubbly water, and it's like making their own fresh Sprite. But yeah, that's a classic. Well, I want to thank everybody for being here tonight. Thank you so much for those who brought the gift memberships, those who brought their own memberships tonight. Welcome in to, the virtual vacationers. I only have one level right now, and it's probably going to stay that way. And I really appreciate you guys just coming out for me tonight. I'm just like so overwhelmed. I'm just, yeah, I'm usually a little bit like airy by Friday more than usual because I'm tired, but that just blew my mind in a good way. And I thank you for that. Very grateful for the community that I have around me and the friends that I've made. And yeah, I hope you like your emojis, and hopefully I'll be able to put out some content, and then we'll have to figure out a live because I don't want to take anything away from those who can't necessarily, have a membership with the Friday nights. But yeah, I totally appreciate it. So thank you to Robert for being my first subscriber, Homestead Aquarius. Which I did not expect. And if anybody knows anything about Robert, this is totally uncharacteristic of his online stuff. Like he is very, yeah, that was very much over the top. And I am very appreciative of that. And I see you, sir. Thank you so much for that. And of course, my Diva in the Dirt, my co-host, that I love so much and I'm so grateful for, and feel God just placed her in my life at just the right time. And the same thing with Shawnee Grows, my third hostess with the mostess. She put her in our lives for those extra brain cells and drive and excitement. I'm so appreciative of that. And then our new friend, Robin from Robin's Gardens. We just love that your knowledge base and just your voice. I have to say, you have such a great voice. You have a beautiful voice when I listen to you speak. And it's just like it makes me feel so relaxed, which is not something I'm used to at all, honestly. I'm usually kind of a little chihuahua on the inside. And your knowledge base is just amazing, and all the different varieties of things that you've grown that you come to us with. I'm so enjoying having you on my panel, and I know the other ladies really enjoy having you too. And we're grateful that you're here. And to everybody who follows me, also for a big thank you to Hello Tofu and Miss Sharon for buying the extra memberships. I appreciate you. And beware of the membership video. I did get choked up in it. I was trying to put something out for you guys. And yeah, I might have rambled a little bit like usual. So, but much love. And we will catch you at Divas hopefully tomorrow night. Yes, we appreciate you all being here with us. Divas tomorrow night at 10 Eastern, 10:30, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific. And yeah. And then pop-ups, and maybe in the future, Robin will be having lives too. Bye, everybody. Thank
Bye.
you.